He's best known as a broadcaster, one of that select band who can transmit their enthusiasm to a mass audience.
He's been looking after major BBC documentary series and other endangered species for what seems like forever, and yet he grows younger every year.
He is David Attenborough.
Sir David Attenborough.
David Attenborough.
We live in extraordinary times. We're surrounded by more species of animals and plants than has probably ever existed at any one time in the history of the Earth. For nearly 50 years, I've been lucky enough to spend my time travelling around the Earth, documenting those animals and those plants. Which of those do you like? There's it. Again, people say, how can you put on such savagery of a predator catching prey? And you are milking it for violence. If they saw what you put out on the cutting room floor of this animal in suffering, I mean, it's a very narrow line you have to tread. You cannot, in my view, eliminate it entirely. That is to sentimentalize and to distort reality. But equally, some of it is very hard to take.
I personally can have enough of people leaning out of the television screen and saying, you lazy, irresponsible, ignorant chap sitting there in your comfortable suburban home, why don't you care for this or subscribe to that or go out and do the other? I actually think the best way of taking the message to the people is by showing them the pleasure. Not necessarily by saying, every time, you've got to do something about it, but by saying, look, isn't this lovely? And the other bit follows.
I'm doing what I want to do, and it's just remarkable that it could be seen as being a career. I mean, I'm extremely lucky that people still want me to go on doing it, and while one has breath in one's body and can get around and not too much of a drag, and people want that, that's just great. I'm extremely lucky. I don't know what I'd do otherwise. Modern genetics has confirmed its fundamental truth. All life is related. And it enables us to construct with confidence the complex tree that represents the history of life. If I thought that the programs I have made with my colleagues, with cameramen, with writers, with directors, with sound recordists, if I thought that what we have done over the last 50 years led to people caring for those creatures, those wonderful, beautiful, astonishing creatures that you've just seen, then indeed I am a very, very happy man.